What's up, guys? Thank you for tuning into this video. Today I'm here with Brad. Say hi, Brad.
Hey, I'm Brad.
And we're going to look at a Honda CRV, but not any Honda CRV. So we're heading up to Jasper.
Yep, Jasper.
This is about a 30-minute drive. Should be there soon. Here it is. Very quickly, should be able to tell what's different about it. So Brad works for the Postal Service in a rural area where they don't provide LLVs. So he is in the market for a right-hand drive car. And we were originally going to look at a Toyota Estima, which is the JDM version of the Previa. But that fell through, and then he sent me this right-hand drive converted Honda CRV. And this is what we're looking at. Should be pretty interesting. So far it looks pretty good. We're just waiting on the owner of the car to show up. She should be here soon. Taking the bitch for a spin. I'm sitting in the back passenger seat staring at the gauge cluster. Brad's driving.
Howdy. This is different.
So far, so good, though. Is that straight? Is that the steering wheel straight?
Let me go on this little stretch here and we can test it out. I think this is a steering wheel.
Yeah, that's straight.
Yep.
That's interesting. I wonder if that's a result of the conversion.
I think so too.
But so far, so good. Everything seems to work.
Yeah.
There's a clacking that she said the strut was making.
Oh yeah, you hear it?
Yeah. That turn signal lever is funky.
Yeah, the only reason I know how to use that because when I was doing my shadow day, they had the exact same thing in their car.
Mm-hmm.
So at least I learned that a little bit.
Transmission feels good.
Yeah. AC works fine.
It's good.
Radio worked fine. We found that out.
Yeah, the radio woke us up.
Yeah. About max volume.
So far, so good.
Yeah. That was so weird. I guess it's kind of the same thing as you kind of.
We've got, I don't know if you can see that, there's many lights on the dashboard. Traction control, ABS, tire pressure, brake light, airbag. Which all makes sense because the car has no idea where the hell the brake pedal is anymore and no idea what the hell's going on with the airbag.
I'll take it. When I did my shadow day, they had the what's it when you don't put on your seatbelt for the driver's side because there's nothing on the driver's hand side. It kept on.
Oh, it just didn't have a buckle for the driver's side?
No, so it kept on beeping, and you couldn't
God!
buckle it because the buckles were removed. So it kept on beeping the whole time, and we were on there for 6 hours.
That seems. Why would you do that?
I don't know. Why would anyone do that to themselves? I don't know.
Like, why would you remove the seatbelt?
Yeah.
Anyway, I'll check back in with you guys in a minute. We're gonna continue driving this thing.
Okay.
All right, I'm driving it now. First impressions: the throttle feels really weird. It's like it's real stiff, and it doesn't travel very far. It's not hard to manage. I mean, you can do it. Also, this is the steering wheel straight. And this thing is the turn signal, which is hilarious.
Yeah, it's kind of strange finally getting used to it.
Yeah, but other than that, everything... I'm sorry to interrupt you, Brett. Other than that, everything feels good. Transmission feels good. Keeping temp. Air conditioning works.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's...
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, it's good.
I gotta mind my center line.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. You gotta hug the right.
I've driven a right-hand drive car before, but the right-hand drive car I've driven is a Honda Beat, which is the size of a twin bed.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a normal sized car, so it's a little strange. This is the horn.
It's kind of cute.
The regular horn doesn't do anything, and I gather that none of these buttons, the cruise and the volume on the steering wheel, no longer do anything. That works.
That's good.
Overall, a very interesting experience. It's odd looking over to the left to see how fast you're going and to see what the engine's revving at and see what gear you're in. You can see the tachometer really well, but you can only see up until about 65 miles an hour on the speedometer. It's very strange. Also, you can see the array, the belt, and the pulleys for the converted steering. It's a very interesting experience. Stop sign here. You hear the clacking that she was talking about with the struts.
I don't mind it though.
Yeah.
And my car does that when I'm going slow. And it might be a little piece of plastic hanging down, or it might be the same thing. Beats me, but I don't mind.
And that was a little bit of throttle. Shifted well. Engine feels like it's got good power. It feels good.
Yeah.
A good car.
I like the space in here. It's like...
And it has this thing. You were saying that that's a thing that you want.
Yeah.
I have no idea where we are, but
I think we take a left on this road. If we're headed back to the post office.
Maybe you get a less flimsy rod for this.
Yeah. Or I might get a little handle.
Yeah, the throttle's not that bad.
You can kind of feel it though, even though it's how stiff it is. You can kind of have a clue.
The signal doesn't cancel anymore because there's no clock spring anymore.
I think we just keep on going straight. Alright, you can stop recording. Alright, we bought the car. This is the car in front of me. I'm driving Brad's Prius right now. I'll show you around the car more when we get back. So I'll talk to you again soon. A couple of quick things to mention about Brad's Prius here real quick. Number one, it's really slow. Like you really gotta get into the pedal before it actually does anything. It somehow feels slower off the line than my Honda, which is quite impressive. And number two, I wish it had more regen. You know, there's not much bite when you let off the throttle, and you don't slow down very much when you let off the throttle. And I'm used to engine braking, you know, with my stick shift. So I'm used to slowing down when you let off the gas, and this doesn't do that. I wish it was more like a traditional EV. And maybe there's a setting you can adjust that, but I'm not sure. But that's Brad's Prius, and I've already done a video on another Prius, so go ahead and watch that. Although I didn't drive that one that much. Alrighty, car made it home. There's Prius. I'll show you around this thing a little bit. Let's get into the driver's side. This is for all the mail and shit that's gonna be in here. And you can see the postal work gubbins. It's just a pulley, and a tensioner, and a belt. And then the stock steering wheel over here. And I think the way they did the pedals is interesting. They took the throttle, just got rid of the throttle and put it on the other side just because it's an electronic pedal. And for the brake, they just put a linkage, cut a hole in the center console, and sent it through. But it's interesting because everything else is still over here. So in order to start it, you have to reach over to the ignition, which is still over here. And in order to control the wipers, you have to reach over. And then the turn signal, as you saw earlier, is this thing. This flimsy thing. But it's interesting. And there's also a handbrake here that the previous owner said isn't connected to anything. But it's relatively clean. Could use a little bit of a vacuum, but nothing too bad. Back seats. Not too bad. The glove box is now where your knees go, which is entertaining. Overall, good deal. I think this thing will serve Brad very well. Alright guys, that's gonna do it for this video. Dropped the car off at Brad's mom's house. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see you in the next video. Say goodbye, Brad.
See ya.
Take care, guys.